There's something unsettling about lake houses. The stillness of the water, the isolation, the echoes of things unseen. Tonight we delve into 3 true and terrifying stories of lake houses, where things were never quite what they seemed. It was supposed to be a peaceful weekend. Just me, my girlfriend, and a quiet lake house we had rented for the summer. The first night, everything felt normal. The air was crisp, the water perfectly still. But then, I saw it. I was brushing my teeth in the bathroom, staring into the old, slightly warped mirror. But something was off. My reflection wasn't syncing with my movements. I tilted my head, just a fraction, and the reflection lagged behind just for a split second before correcting itself. I shook it off. Must have been the old glass, I told myself. That night, I couldn't sleep. Something kept waking me up, a soft tapping sound coming from the mirror in the bathroom. At first, I thought it was a dripping faucet, but when I turned on the light, the sound stopped. I went back to bed, but the unease never left. The next morning, my girlfriend looked exhausted. She said she had a nightmare. A man stood in the bathroom staring at the mirror, his reflection grinning back at him while he remained expressionless. The thing in the mirror wasn't him. That night, we locked the bathroom door. But just as we drifted off, we heard it. Slow, deliberate tapping. And then, a whisper. Let me out. We left at sunrise, never looking back. My grandfather used to tell me that lakes remember. They hold on to things, secrets, tragedies. I never believed it until that night. It was late. I was out on the deck of my uncle's lake house, staring at the water. The moon cast a silver glow, and that's when I saw him. A man standing waist deep in the water, unmoving. He was facing the shore, staring directly at me. I called out, but he didn't respond. My first thought was that he needed help. Maybe a stranded fisherman or someone who had fallen in. But as I stepped closer, I noticed something horrifying. He wasn't dripping wet. He was dry, as if he had never been in the water at all. Then, in the blink of an eye, he was gone. Just gone. No ripples, no splashing, just still water where he had stood. The next morning, I told my uncle. His face turned pale. He told me a story. Decades ago, a man drowned right in that spot. His body was never found, and every few years people report seeing him, standing, waiting, watching. My parents bought a small lake house as a getaway. It was old, but charming. The only strange thing, there was a door at the end of the hallway that wouldn't open. We assumed it was just a supply closet or a room filled with old junk. But something about it never felt right. One evening, while my parents were out, I was alone in the house. The power flickered, then went out completely. Using my phone flashlight, I made my way to the kitchen when I heard it, a soft creak from behind the locked door. I froze, my heart pounded. Then, the door handle started turning, slowly, back and forth. Someone was inside. I ran outside, barely breathing. My parents arrived shortly after, and I told them everything. My dad, looking unsettled, grabbed a crowbar and forced the door open. Inside there was nothing but an empty room. No furniture, no windows. Just 4 bare walls and a single chair in the center. On it, an old, tattered guest book. The last entry, my name, written in shaky, unfamiliar handwriting. And the date was tomorrow. Lake houses may seem like the perfect escape, but sometimes they hold on to more than just memories. They whisper, they watch, and sometimes they wait.